Welcome back, Duelists of the King's Court. And today we have a very special guest, another Michael.
Hi.
Too many Michaels.
Never enough. It's Eminem up in the house, and we're here with his creation, his blast from the past. What are you running today, Michael?
I ran today. It was Doodle Beast Dinomorphias.
Oh, hit him with the old knee hoy me noy. All right, what do you like about the deck?
I've been playing Dinomorphia since I want to say a few months now. It's almost been about 6 months. I've been playing them pure. I tried a pre-made version and it wasn't working, but then I went back to playing pure. I actually did take this to regionals and I went X4 with it.
Out of how many rounds?
Out of 8 rounds.
Okay, that's
I
not
did
bad.
pretty okay. I mean, I went half, but it was okay due to the fact it was mostly I was during the Tenpai era, so I was just basically winning against Tenpai, but Snake Eyes I was losing. But here at locals, I'm just basically playing this deck for fun. You know, it's a fun deck. It's I usually like playing decks that are like parenty. So like they basically kind of control in a way, but at the same time, I'm still able to put out a bunch of power.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
All right, let's get to the profile.
Of course, right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So of course you run the standard 3 Diplos and the 2 Diplos, and 3 Thresia. Standard, you need to run these Dinomorphias. A lot of people run to 3 ofs. I don't because this ratio I believe is way easier to handle. And then we'll get into the hand traps right this second, but first we're just gonna run the Doodle Beast.
Oh, the 1/1.
One of each. I actually was thinking about this. Funny thing is, this is the first locals I took this for, so it was actually pretty funny. Reason why I actually want to run these in general is because he's like a cyber dragon for them. And he's really good for getting into your league plays with the Dinomorphia. So if you let's say you open up with Diplos or Thresia, and you have Stego in your hand, it makes it to where if they ash you, you can go through the ash, special summon out the Stego, and then link into which we're going to go into the extra deck into like either IP Masquerade, Lil Knight, whatever. So he makes it whatever into a kind of a good extender, and also helps you go through more Dino plays. Tyranno, I didn't realize how actually hilarious he actually is because he's a quick effect. I didn't realize that. So I could tribute off like if they're trying to negate like Rex or Ken, I could basically tribute them off. And then their effects still go through, and then also just pop a monster,
Pop and lock it.
pop in and lock it, you know. And if I tribute off Stego, he gets basically goes up to 4,000, which I like. So it's really funny.
How much did it come up today?
Once it came up once. I usually side deck it out. I side deck out the engine for the side deck cards.
Oh, okay.
But today it only came up once. It helped a bit, but not that much. So
Made your opponent go, what the hell?
pretty much, yeah. They saw Stego and they're like, "Oh, what? Okay." And then for me, standard, I run the 3 Ash. You need to run Ash. I think Ash is when they hit Ash I think that's when Yugioh is dead. And then I run the 2 Ghost Mourners. I don't run. So me and my buddy Nathan, shout out to him for a bit. We actually had a conversation about this last night because he doesn't run Dinomorphias, but he does run hand traps, and we were debating on which one's better, Ghost Mourner or Ash. And I think they have pros and cons in each of them. Like Effective. Pros and cons with Effective or Ghost Mourner. The pros with Ghost Mourner, it could go during either player's turn. The con is it's only on special summon monsters, which, especially in this format, there are going to be a lot of special summon monsters, so it comes out a lot. So these actually, surprisingly, I don't see this more often than I see this, and I run 3 of his, which is pretty hilarious.
Plus, Vader's only during the main phase.
Yeah, and stuff like that, you know. So that's it for the monsters. Of course, for Dinomorphias, you run a really. Your actually funny thing is, your monster count is actually supposed to be just
It's
these.
supposed to be that.
Yeah, but for me, I want to run hand traps and doodle beast, so I added a little bit more monsters.
A little spice.
So, yeah, I'm spicy. I like spicy stuff, On to spells, I've seen people run 3 pot or 1. And then I see some people run 2. I tried this at 3. I kept opening 2. I tried this at 1, never saw it. And then when I put this at 2, I do have the times where I open it up with 2 of them, which is not that bad. But I feel 2 is the best option. And then the 1 pot of prosperity, your extra deck you really don't care about. The only ones you do care about is like Little Knight and Dinomorphia fusions, or the Evil Swords. But other than that, it's a good extender, of course. 1 Fossil Dig. I see people run 3 of this, and then not run pot. I prefer Fossil Dig at 1 and then keeping this because you can dig more into your deck. This, you get add a Dinomorphia and then go into their play like that, but this could also help you dig more into your deck easier. 1 card on Mize. Honestly, this is your standard. You need to run this now in Dinomorphias in general. 3 Boogie Eclipse. Shout out to my buddy Elijah. Me and him were actually talking about this, and I was actually side decking Boogie Eclipse. Main decking it now, it actually helps out a lot if I'm going to go second, game 1s, and then in game 2s, I usually side deck this out for something else, for more hand traps. But
Would you play XC's Encore if you had them?
I have 2 of them, and I don't like them because with Rex, if you're able to bring out Rex before the Ryzios go out, then you're fine. But against Ryzio matchups, I have gone against them with this, and once I just either Ash or I go into my plays, if I go for second, I'm fine. I usually just go like Infinite Impermanence or Ash or go into my hand traps if I have them. And then with the Ryzio cards, most of my traps like to be in the grave in general, so as of right now, I'm fine with it. So I would side deck it, but my side deck is kind of spicy. Yeah, kind of. I mean, there's like 5 or 6 I'm probably gonna take out in general because I never ran. I got into them. I did one last week locals. I did keep using it, but for this time around, I don't see it that much. So that's it for the spells. Again, like for like monsters, super small.
Pretty concise.
Super well. It usually you just run these, and that's it. And then you side deck these, but main decking the books about a lot. So, and then down to the traps. I had these mixed up. 3 of each. You need to run them. If you need to, go into game 2 or 3. You can side deck one of them out. It's your polys. You need to. 3 Infinite Impermanence. I did run 2, and then I ran to 1 Dinomorphia Alert. Funny thing is, actually, these are the only normal Dinomorphia traps I run. I don't run Brute or Alert because I would take out an Infinite Impermanence for Alert, so that means I could go into more XYZ plays. But as of right now, running 3 Infinite Impermanence is helping out a lot. And then, of course, the one for the doodles.
The 1 doodle trap.
Yeah, the 1 doodle trap. So that's basically the doodles in general for the doodle beast Dinomorphias. That's it for the normal traps. For the counter traps, 3 judgments, 3 judgments, 3 Iron Thunder, 2 intact, and 1 Sonic. I like to go fast. Funny thing is, actually, I do side deck this out because I don't see it that much. So I usually side deck it out. Iron Thunder. Whoever at Konami designed this card hated background. but I love these cards. So again, you're just basically running six. You're running six judgments, basically in general, and then you're running okay version of debunk. I actually did run debunk for a little bit, and then Sonic. So for a lot of other Dinomorphia decks, I know probably people are gonna be like, "Where's like warning and trap trick or not?" Yeah, the normal trap. The normal trap that's I think it is trap trick.
Banish a trap, set a trap?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's trap trick.
Trap trick, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what. They're probably gonna ask why don't you run them. I think me personally, I feel like the main deck in general is kind of cloggy. I mean, if you want to, you could just run side deck out. You can side deck these, but I feel like main decking hand traps right now, and especially in this format, you need to.
Would you run Dominus Impulse?
If I had Dominus Impulse. Oh yeah, if I had, well, yes. If I had Dominus Impulse, I think I would have to take out the Doodle Beast stuff. I think. I never read Dominus that much. I think it stops the Earths. But I would replace them for Infinite Permanence instead. So Infinite Permanence would be the Dominus Impulse.
That's the main deck. Is it 40 cards?
40 cards, yeah. I have OCD, so I usually stick to 40. Unless I need to go to 60 or 50.
Got extra deck time.
Yeah. 3 Rex, 3 Chem, 2 Stealth. There's some people who run 3 of each. I like it at 2.
Honestly, what each of them do a little bit?
Rex is basically, as I tell people here at locals, it's better plasma in a way. So it makes it to where you can't activate monster effects on the field with your life points. If your life points are lower than, if their attack is higher than your life points. So basically, by your opponent's turn, you're going to be either at 2,000 or 1,000 with Rex hits the field.
So they can't activate anything.
So pretty much, usually in this format, it's probably you're not going to hit anything unless you're going against like Yugioh. Then Yugioh in this deck in general is just terrible. But Yugioh is not going to be popular right now, I think. So Ken basically copies a normal trap in your grave, Dinomorphia trap in your grave, and then Stealth makes it to where if your life points are lower than 2,000, which is actually amazing because I didn't realize actually how really good it is on the field. But you just use it to dump with the Dinomorphia traps. But it makes it to where like trap cards and Dinomorphias don't have to pay life. So like with Judgment and Iron Thunder, you don't have to pay the life if you're under like 2,000, which I think is actually amazing. And then also has the effect if your opponent activates a monster effect, they're just burned to whatever their attacks are. It doesn't negate the effect, it just burns them, which is pretty funny. And of course, they all have the effect of if they're destroyed, they special summon out a. He special summons out 6 or lower, and the other 2 bring out 4 or lowers. So that's it for the Dinomorphia fusions. Onto the regulars: Dolka, Logia, and Zeus. Rarely see Zeus. You usually do. Pot it because you really don't see it that often. Dolka's just funny. I don't know why people don't run this at 2. It kills monsters in general. I might just put 2 Dolkas and a Logia and then take out a couple of extra monsters for it. But standard, you're running a Dino deck, you need to run these 2.
Would you consider running Typhon?
If I had Typhon, oh yeah. Yeah, so when we get to the links, I will tell you which links to take out for Typhon and
A second Dolka?
second Dolka. So for the links, we're only running 4. Masquerade, Azalea, The Little Knight, and Underworld. So, we're going to cut for those, is these.
Cut the IP and
Yes.
Goddess?
Actually, my bad, my mistake. You cut these.
So we cut Azalea and Goddess?
Yes. Because with IP, you get into IP with the Doodle Beast and Dinomorphias. So what the combo you basically want to do is you summon out like either Thresia or Dolka, and then you bring out Stego. Use Stego's effect to set to set one or to add it to your hand, and then you link these off for IP Masquerade. Usually with Theresia, what you do is you set the like Dinomorphia spell traps to fusion summon, and then what you do is you fusion summon. Your end board usually is going to be like IP Masquerade, Rex, and him, or with Ken. And then during your opponent's battle phase, you link these off into Low Knight. So, but that's usually what you do in general. Yeah, but if you're going to run Typhon and all that, cut these two. I like IP Masquerade in this deck just for the dual beast stuff. But if you want to, in general, take out these three, it's going to be Typhon, another Dolka, and if you want to, you can put in Lars, because Ken and Stealth are both level 6s, and if you bring them both out, you can bring out into Lars, you know. But there is also another spicy kind of like build I could do too with it, which I was going to bring in the locals, but I didn't feel like it. I was going to do the evil sword like engine, which is going to be like the package that you run in Dinos, but you know, I didn't see that happening. I tried to playtest it and I didn't like how I playtested it really well, and but extra deck wise, I enjoy it. The only ones I usually go into are just these. I was just using these two for like extra deck space because I couldn't find good replacements. Plus, I don't have Typhon. Why is that card so expensive? Anyways, it's too good. But yeah, that's my deck. I enjoy this. I've been playing this for a few months now. People here at locals know me for just playing Dinomorphias. Every time I bring a new deck around, they just question life, and they're wondering why aren't you playing Dinos? And I'm like, I don't know. But side deck. I'm gonna make this simple. Nibiru, good card. Ghost Sister. I actually seen this. I saw this a lot today for locals, which is pretty crazy. Droll, good card. You know, understandable for these. And then for this spice, I saw a Brandon player. I forgot who his name was, but he runs Brandon a lot. He's a major Brandon YouTube streamer. And I saw him side deck this, and I'm like, I wonder how this works in Dinomorphias. So it worked pretty well last week at locals, but I never did it this week at locals because I didn't feel like I need to. So I run a Shadal package.
That's pretty spicy.
So these are for. This is the Shadal package, so it's going to be like the 3 Shadal fusions, Ariel, Dragon, and whatever her name is.
Never see it coming.
Yeah, so I didn't see it this week at locals, but I tried it out last week, and I kept side decking this because it's actually pretty interesting. Because this what kills like major decks that focus a lot on the graveyard. So like this could kill Ryzeals. And this could also like help out with a lot of effect on the field, because it's also a good Ash target. So they try to Ash you, like you activate Shadal Fusion, the Ash. They wasted a hand trap on that, and then you can go into your place. So it doesn't make it to where you're not you're trying to bait out their Ashes, which I enjoy that pretty much. So, but yeah. That is my deck in general. Again, like I said, I enjoyed this deck a lot. I usually would take this to regionals whenever regionals show up. And yeah.
Any final thoughts you have on your deck?
Final thoughts. If you don't like this, play pure. I mean, if you like to play pure, go for it. I'm just the kind of person who's like, this deck seems cool. I want to keep trying to make some interesting spicy stuff that no one has tried before, you know, and I feel like that, you know, Doodle Beast, it's only like 3 cards in the deck, but I enjoy this deck in general. So
any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to my beautiful wife. I love you, baby. Miss you. But shout out to the people here at the locals, my buddy Nathan, my family. all that. And shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys, and all that.
You got any like links or social media? that people can
I
find
do
you?
have a Twitch, twitch.tv, no, it's not that one. It's the underscore meta underscore Mike. That's my Twitch one. I usually stream whenever I can. Work's kind of, work. I got a life, having a wife, you have a life, kind of thing. But other than that, I do have other socials, but I rarely go on them. So.
All right. Well, we'll put a link down for your Twitch.
Yeah, and I do have also a TikTok too, but I usually post there whenever I do pretty well at local. So, or whenever I do pretty good at my video games. So.
Well, we'll post the links for you.
Yeah.
The link for you, we'll post it for you guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you check them out.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys and appreciate you.
All right, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
All right, guys. This has been Dinomorphia with the meta over here, countering the meta with his meta.
It's the anti-doodle beast.
The anti-doodle beast meta. Well, I've been Michael, the Golden State Kings, and we'll see y'all next time. Later.